Hey, what up guys? I made a Mario Maker clone that is functional but not complete, and I am going to be giving it to you guys now as source code for free. And of course, any support donations are appreciated. I've got a PayPal donation link below. Yeah, so this video I will first show you all the features that are included in the Mario Maker clone as it stands today, and I'm also going to show you how to run it locally and how to change it and submit pull requests, and maybe as a community we can make this a very cool project. There are things I'm not good at, like art and sound and stuff like that, so if anybody wants to jump in and help with that, then that would be great. So without further ado, let's get started. So first I'll start off with showing you exactly what you're getting, what's available to you, and how to set it up, how to work with it, and how to make it better, submit pull requests, and if you add features to it, we can put it in live servers and go from there. So if you go to my website, ozdar.com, there's a link at the top, platformer mission at the top here, and this is a live version of the project. So I'll just click this one. So it's a live service, so you can create an account. A demo account's been created. Here we'll just go through. Actually, yeah, fake at fake.com, fake user, some password, and register. Did I click that? There you go. Now you can log in with this this username, and you'll go to the main play screen. So the play button has not been fleshed out. This is kind of placeholder, but the play button right now will choose 5 random levels in the database and show them to you. There's only one level in the database right now, and it's this one that I just put in here to make sure the server was running okay. You can play the level, it keeps your time, but it doesn't actually save any scores or ratings or anything like that. All that is just dummy stuff that I was playing with. So you can quit that. The most fleshed out part of the project is the level builder. So you'll notice here, we'll start off, there's no levels. So any levels that are saved to local storage will be here. But also any levels that you have uploaded. So you can't log out, there's no log out button. So if you just refresh and log in with your demo account, or the global demo account I should say, you'll see that there is a level here, and this shows that it's been uploaded. So this is actually the level that is uploaded here. So why is this button not working? Quit. Nope. Well, new level works. So you can create a new level. Spacebar opens the tile wheels. Apparently the color here is broken. I'll show you how to fix the color at some point in this video. So this wheel you can navigate using WASD or I guess A and D to move side to side. You can also use these big buttons. Close this. There's also a button here that opens it, and then your selected tile is down here. So this is your basic ground tile here. So we can just draw that in here. I hadn't put any time in the slopes, so this is my lazy slope implementation. You can just do something like this. This is your water tile, so if you want to swim, you can give a swimming block here. And now all this is, again, I'm giving you the source code, so you can come in and change this however you want. Well, let's say we put a bit of spikes down here, and we'll go over here. Oops, those are different things, but More of these. And down here, we'll put some bouncy boys. There's only 2 enemies in the, actually technically 3 of the bomb too. Here, and then your start position is, for some reason, there's a rabbit here. This is your start position. I hadn't updated the tile art at any point, but you used to play as a rabbit. Now you've got a, when I added DragonBones, oh, oops. So this is too low. So this, you see this line here, this was a feature I was playing with, where you'd have like an above ground and an underground. So as soon as you cross this line, it flips into underground mode. And I was thinking, it's kind of like the underground in what Mario Maker does with pipes, but these levels actually you can go as big as you want, and there's no limit, because the ending of the level, as you'll see in just a second, once we finish making this level, is the cake. So you reach the cake and you beat the level. There's gamepad support. I'll pick up my gamepad in a minute. But yeah, so you have your start. So you can see here, and you can run here. So you've got different things. You stop on slopes, you press down, you slide. You shift, or you can run or walk. You can swim. You can die. I don't remember. There's a hotkey for switching to play mode. So you can die, and then you can kill enemies. You can bounce low or high off the enemies, like this. See, and this is the underground. You can duck. I should probably add that, so you can duck, and you can finish the level. So we'll go over here, and we notice that this is a little too high. And there's only 1 layer of objects right now, so you can't, for example, if you want to put a bomb here, it replaces the water tile. That was something that I was going to fix at some point, but I never got around to doing it. There's some layer ordering issues when you add and remove tiles. So you see this water tiles on top of the ground tile. That's something that I needed to fix as well, because I built my own tile map system in here. And the one thing that I was playing with, but is not fleshed out, it's fleshed out even less, is, let's say you wanted to put spikes on the walls here. If you middle click, or I think it's the X button on a gamepad, you can change these different objects rotations as well. And then middle click anywhere else to get rid of it. And now, so let's put a bouncy boy back here. We'll put a chaser, so you see what these are, and finally we'll put a bomb. So the bombs you will recognize from what previous video where I showed off how animating in DragonBones. I think it was, oh, animation events. That's what I did. That showed you how to do that. So you see here, so that's still the only sound in the game. So if you want to learn, oh yeah, so sorry if that was really loud. Anyways, so let's try this again. Let's not get killed this time, and let's try to finish the level. Oh fuck! All right, doesn't matter. So we finished making the level. Let's say this is our level. We're happy with this. We want to upload it. Go to the main menu, hit escape, I guess, or the start button, or whatever that button's called on controllers these days. The start button. Hit save, and you can save the level. So we're gonna call this the gauntlet, and hit save. Once you save, you'll get this question: would you like to upload your level? You hit upload, and then you have to beat the level without dying. There's the bones of a power-up system inside the code base, but nothing fleshed out. So this guy will jump, he'll chase you, and he'll jump sometimes. He doesn't seem to want to jump, but again, you can boop this guy, and then you beat the level. Once you beat it, it'll give you the option to upload. Hit the upload button, it'll go back here. So just to prove that it's working now, you can go back to the menu, hit quit. In here, you'll see the gauntlet is now here, and it has a blue world icon here, that means it's been uploaded. So if we go back to this play menu, you'll see the gauntlet is now in the list. So when you guys see this, there will probably only be these 2 levels in here. The first one, which is kind of garbage, that you guys can actually re-upload. That's a feature that works. So see new level, this is new level here. So if we quit this, because we're like, okay, this is actually garbage, we'll go into new level. Oh, why is this menu broken? Hey, this is me from the editing room. In the next little section, you'll see me run a Windows version of the application. So the bug that I am running into with the level selection there is a HTML5 bug that will be fixed by the time I release this video. But if you would like to get native versions that run against my live server, you can go to the repo. That is the links in the description. Go to tag, go to 0.1, and then you can download your version here. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled whatever it is I was doing at the time. Yeah, it did work fine. Okay, so all right. So we're back here. This is my local copy. It's the Windows version. I'll show you where to download them later. There's a bug right now on the HTML5 version that I thought I fixed all the cores issues yesterday when I set this up, but apparently I missed one. But basically, if you're using one of the non-web versions, you'll be able to load levels properly. So what I was showing you is that if we go into new level, we have this crappy level and we want to make it better. We're going to make it so you haven't seen the soccer balls yet. Soccer balls can be fun. I don't know if they're still broken. Yeah, they used to be a lot more. Yeah, see, the soccer balls are fun. So this is like, there's no physics in here. All of it is just move and slide. And custom code to do everything, so it's not going to be realistic or anything. So let's say we got these soccer balls, we think it's really cool, we're done. Let's say we want to save it, and you know what, we don't like the levels anymore, we've rethemed it, so soccer balls, and we hit save and we upload, and once again we got to recomplete our level every time we upload. Oh, look at that. And then we hit upload and it's there. So now if we go, and this is a good way to show you. If we go back to here and we go into play, oh look, it loaded all by itself and it's cross-platform, works everywhere. I've confirmed that this runs on Android. There's no Android controls, so see, and now you got your soccer balls here. There we go. And then so we've got a system here we've got the scaffolding needed to actually create something pretty cool, cross-platform and stuff. I haven't really had time to continue it, and I've been moving in other directions, but if there's enough interest for it, I'm willing to return to this project. I'm willing to help you guys move through it, add stuff to it. I think there's stuff here for you guys to play with. So anyways, now that that's done, I'm going to show you how to work on this, how to add stuff yourself. This video, I'm just going to show you how to get it running on your local machine with your own server. It's not a long process, but it'll be useful, and you can go in and change whatever you want. You can just reskin it to change the art, make the art better. All the art was done by me. You can add server functionality, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so go to the website linked down below, and it'll have all the links there. So again, if you want to play it, you can play it at this website. So the first thing you're going to need to do is make sure you have Docker and the Go programming language installed. I'm not going to show you how to do that in this video. I think I have videos on my channel that at least show you how to install Go. For the most part, if you're on Windows, you hit the button, you install it. If you're on Linux, it's a little bit more complicated. I suggest if you're on Linux or Mac, to look into GVM. GVM is fantastic. It's what I use when I'm on Linux or Mac for Golang. So that's done. And for Docker, just install Docker. If you don't know Docker, maybe go watch a Docker video, do a quick Docker tutorial on what it is at least, and then come back here and it'll be good to go. Because once you know Docker, you'll understand why I'm using it. So we start off by after you have Docker and that, we're going to install these projects here. So the first one that we're going to do is the server, because actually, you know what? No, we'll start with the actual Godot project, because that's what you're most likely interested in, or what you're most likely familiar with already, and what you're most likely to start with. All right, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to copy this here, go into our command line. We're going to pick a folder to put our repositories in. I called mine Platformer Maker. You just need to make your Platformer Maker. Then you're going to go into Platformer Maker, and then you're going to git clone -- recursive, and then you're going to paste this in. Now, this recursive part is important because you'll see here that under add-ons, we've got a git submodule. So just make sure to put that recursive. You'll also be able to do, if you hadn't done recursive, you can go into the folder and you can go git submodule update -- init. And that's going to update your submodules to put them in a state that you can use them in. Once you have that complete, download Godot Dragonbones at godotdragonbones.com. The link is in the article as well. Pick the version you want and then open it up here. Once you open it up, once it's open, you're going to import your project. So, import the project in Platformer Maker Godot project.godot, import and edit. So if you get an error when this opens complaining about a plugin.config or something, that's the submodule. So go in and do your git submodule update init command. So this is just going to re-import all the assets. Give it a minute. There, and it's imported. Now at this point, you should be able to just hit the play button. So you're not going to be able to log into the servers. They're not going to be available. The guest button doesn't do anything right now. And you're not going to be able to register because no server is running. But the offline button pushes it in offline only mode. So offline only mode only gives you the editor. So if you go here, you see this is disabled. You can't click it. But it will let you play with anything locally. So you can go in and do whatever you want. So okay, you can do that. You can swim. And oh look, I've hidden a cake down here. And that's all you need to do to get the Godot project running. At some point we'll go through and I'll show you we might go through and look through all the different things inside here. Most of your stuff will live inside this source folder. So you've got components, you've got a parallax background component. So a lot of stuff might exist in the Godot engine already, but I've rebuilt a lot of it. Some because I just didn't like the way Godot did stuff, like the tile map. I didn't like the tile map. Their tile map works better, I guarantee you. Mine is fairly, here, let's see if I can find it. Tile map. The tile map is quite big. It handles everything to do with the tile map. Either way, I'm not going to explain it in this video. It's too much right now, but you'll see that right now most of the stuff is in here, but everything is serializable. Another thing you can do, so you'll notice I mentioned earlier that inside the editor, that this black is broken. So let's go in and fix that. So if you go back to the article that at the top, you've got your CastleDB link. Download your CastleDB for your platform. I've already done so, and I will just go to it. You'll get a CastleDB folder, unzip it, put it somewhere, and open castledb.exe. With that open, we're going to open a sheet, and inside your folder, the platformer maker, config.cdb, database.cdb. This is what I want. Open that. So you'll see now that you've got a bunch of stuff inside here. So this hat and shirt, I think, is wired up somewhere. This was me playing around with item customization and stuff. Character customization, I should say. And I don't remember how far I got. Palettes. This is where those palette colors and which tiles they have. So here you see that there's black. We're just going to override this. What color do we have? We can use a nice blue, I guess. Fix the blue. You'll see here there's a list of items. Wall, floor, spike, item, block. So this is how I determine what goes inside these palettes. So you see stage hazards, admins, enemies, environment. And if you look, let's close this. If you look inside here, they match up 1-to-1 because they're just being pulled in from this database file. And the tile list is defined in this file as well. So you'll see all the tiles that are possible are here. Spawn location and end location are special tiles. Do not rename these. You'll see that inside these palettes, there's a name, and there's a description. There's also a thumbnail path. So this is the picture that shows up inside the tile. So you'll notice here, spawn icon. This is a picture of a bunny, but the actual player is not a bunny anymore. That is old art that I used as placeholder before I rigged everything up with DragonBones. And then the resource path, which is just a scene file within Godot. So that's how that's where you would add new items. So I'm not going to go over where everything is. If you follow those links to the different objects, actors here to the different things, to their scene files, you can see that you can see how they're built, what type of scripts they've got on top of them, and various stuff like that. There's a few autoloads inside here that's important. Tile maps and autoload, input matter data, all of that. So again, play around. Now that it's done, we are going to spin up a server so that you can start, if you want to add more server functionality, improve the thing where it picks the levels. If you want to improve that, you do that on the server side. And yeah, so we'll do that now. So we'll go to the server repository, or backend server, which is here. Again, we will copy this. We'll go to our command line. We'll go back to the parent directory, the main directory we created, platformer maker, and we will clone this. This one, you don't need recursive, at least not right now, because there's no submodules included. So clone that. You've made your server, and go into your server folder. Now, the important part about the server, if you just want to get started and want to get going right away, you just want to have a server to put your local levels onto. Then you can, here, assuming you have Docker, so here, you can do Docker PS. You also want to make sure you have Docker Compose. I know on Windows, it gives you Docker Compose automatically with the install, but on Linux and Mac, you might need, not Mac, but Linux for sure, you might need to install it separately. So make sure you have, well, it gave me version. So make sure you have Docker Compose installed, and if you want to run it, go Docker Compose up D. What this will do, it will download, it will install and run RethinkDB, the database that it's using, and it will run it alongside and it will build the local copy of your server and run them together through Docker. So if you see Docker PS, you've got, oh, there it goes. No, it's crashing. Okay, so the problem here is that the environment file that I created, we'll go into it, nano.env. You see here it has dbhost and dbport. Now, what I would suggest in dbhost, it might, if you're on Linux, this is not going to be an issue, I can guarantee you, or I can almost guarantee you, this is not going to be an issue. On Windows, however, it's a little bit annoying because Docker is running through a virtual machine and it's doing a bunch of stuff. So what I would suggest, we'll try this and see if it works. If it works, I would do it this way. Go to ipconfig. You're going to see two different sets of addresses. You're going to see your internet address, which this might be blurred by the time you look at this, actually. But above this, you'll see your local address. You'll know it's your local one because it'll probably start with 192.168. You'll want to go into IPv4 and grab this one, and then put that into your .env file under dbhost. Then save it, which is Control X and then Y, and then enter. And then when you do it again, Docker PS, so this is still crashing, so do Docker compose down. We'll clear the screen, and then we'll do Docker compose up. Now I'm going to do it without the -d, so I can watch the logs as they happen, but -d will make it so that you don't need to keep your terminal open. So we'll do it like this, we'll see what it says. It's creating a table, and it worked fine. So now that we know it's working, Control C to close it, and then we can just bring it up with -d. So now that's our server. Our server is completely up. Now when we go to DragonBones, what you want to do is you should be able to, at this point, just hit the play button, hit login, and there you go. You've got your local server. You'll see that there's nothing here because this is not the same server that I showed you earlier on the live one. But all of your local files under that, I think it sorts by username, but it might just be all local levels. Sorry. Are here. So go here. You'll see there's this one, and everything works. Let's find. Oh yeah, I like this level. This is the one in the thumbnail. So hit play. You'll see it works here, and what we're actually going to do is this a bug, or did it upload? No, see, it resets. Nice. So what we're going to do here is we're going to beat this level. So we have these switchy blocks. The switchy blocks switch the blocks, and oh god, these guys will always jump on water. There we go, and hit the cake, and we'll upload it, and you'll see that now when you go into here, you've got your level and you can now play it. And that's how you run your local server. Now that we know how to run the local server, let's add new features, let's say, to the local server, or fix a bug. Let's say you're probably going to find a bug. Let's be honest here. Let's say you find a bug and you want to get in there, fix it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to kill your server. So you go back to the command line. Let's clear this. You can do Docker compose down, and then just the server. So PM_server stands for platform remission server. And that didn't work. What? Docker. Oh, it's Docker compose stop. PM server. Sorry. So you kill that. When you do Docker PS to list everything, you'll see you've only got your database still there, which you don't need to touch your database. So once you have your server down, let's open it up inside a code editor and run it locally. So what you're going to do, if you go back to the article, I've also linked, not the article, if you go to here in the README, I linked to Visual Studio Code. You'll want to download that, install it, you know the drill. It's also stop, good. And then you're going to open code, code. Let me just close folder. Okay, so you'll have this. You'll want to open it, just open folder, and then go to where you want to go. Go to your server, and then just open this folder. Now I've set this project up to work specifically with Visual Studio Code, so you might have to do it a little bit differently, but the main thing you should be aware of is that Visual Studio Code is using the same environment file that you use, that our Docker Compose commands are using. So if you go inside here, you'll see all the options, and again you can just change this. And in Visual Studio Code, you should be able to hit. There's a thing here, PM reseed. Now we're going to find out if it works, but in theory, this was used to reset the database. During development, sometimes you'll just screw up your database over and over again. If you just want to clean your database when the application starts, put this to true. So anyways, we changed it to false because we don't want to clear our database. We hit F5. Now you'll see it runs and everything exists and it's working. And now if you look inside here, log in, and we go back to, you might not have seen that. And you go back to Visual Studio, you'll see that you now have your login messages inside here. Yeah, so that's how you run it. Let's say you want to make a change. If you want to see for sure that it's working for some reason, what you can do, you can go, let's go controllers and our login controller. So whenever somebody logs in, we're going to print to the console. We already do, but I'm going to do it again just to show. I'm a really cool dude sometimes, but you, sir, have always been cooler than me. Alright, so we save that, and if we hit F5 on that, and then we close this, open this, we'll launch it one more time. Alright, so we're here, hit login, and then when we go back to Visual Studio, see, I'm a really cool dude sometimes, but you, sir, have always been cooler than me. So that, in a nutshell, and in a very long-winded fashion, my throat is starting to hurt, is how we're going to do everything that we're doing. If you want to support me, feel free. There's a donate button at the top of this website, right here. There's a donate button in the article, and there's probably a donate button somewhere down below. This is, as I mentioned, this was a lot of time and effort building this. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, would like to add features to it, would like me to add features to it, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and share this with whoever you think might want to help. But other than that, just as a teaser, when I say I am starting to work with other things, I bought this book and I bought this expensive piece of hardware, and I'm planning on buying this book, and I am working on some stuff that I will probably share at some point, but it's probably going to be a little bit of time before it happens. So with that out of the way, have a good one. Keep on being awesome developers. See ya.